Just want to thank everyone so much for all the questions that are coming in. In the interest of time, we'll skip this, but I want to assure you that Gemma is going to take some time to respond to each one of your questions on the app because those are important. Please do not stop submitting your questions. So the next finalist is Paxity, and I'd like to invite Ogechi to the stage. Please round of applause.
Hi everyone, my name is Ogechi. I'm from Imo State, Nigeria, and here at UIU Chapter. So during the last stretch of my grad school year, our career advisor told myself and my classmates that for us to land a fulfilling job, that we'll have to send up to 50 resumes to different job opportunities. That the more you send resumes, the more you have the opportunity of getting invited to interviews and securing the job that fits your skills and capacities. And while we're doing that, we found out that some of my classmates find it very difficult to find a job that fits what they studied in school. So there were so many curiosities about, do we just apply to any job that we find, or do we apply to jobs that really match with our skills and capacities so that we can really do the job that we studied the stuff for. So what's the problem landscape? One of the talent managers that we encountered during the process, we are conducting surveys, trying to find out the problem and why the social impact industry is the way it is in terms of finding talent. He said that the biggest hiring challenge is a mix of lack of qualified candidates and also attracting the right candidates. We get a lot of applications, but they are not necessarily the right ones. So it's not just about sending applications to every job that you see, but it's about sending applications to jobs that you qualify for. So we find that 35% of impact recruiters are finding it difficult to source talents that they really need in their organizations. Secondly, so many job seekers find it hard to identify with platforms that will enable them to find the right job that they are looking for. Second, thirdly, there is this lengthy hiring process among recruiters. They spend up to 52 days to fill an open positions. And a typical company spend about $4,000 to make a new hiring in their company. So the hiring process is quite time-consuming, and the longer it takes, the more it costs money for recruiters. And also, most of these job seekers lack a community for them to interact and exchange resources while looking for jobs that really match their interest. So at Paxity, we ask ourselves, is it possible for us to address this issue and be able to create an ecosystem of talent marketplace that allows recruiters and impact talents to connect so that there won't be so much time being spent on sourcing for talent, and also there won't be so much time being spent on looking for jobs that match your skills and capacities. So at Paxity, we figured out the solution to this problem based off of the surveys and research we conducted is to create a platform that uses AI to automatically match talent to recruiters so that the time to hire will be cut short and the cost of hiring will be cheaper. Secondly, we use data science algorithms to facilitate this process, to make it both easier for recruiters and also easier for job seekers to find what they are looking for. And also to build a community of practice that allows both sides to be able to connect outside of job applications, to be able to understand each other, learn company values, and also understand individuals based on their portfolios and the capacities and the things they've been able to do in their previous jobs. So our product is a platform, like I said, that's based on AI that allows recruiters to find talent effortlessly in a more easier, smarter, and more efficient way. It works in a way that allows us to join either as a talent or as a recruiter. And whether you're a recruiter, it matches you with a talent that fits into the job requirements. And also, if you are a job seeker, it matches you with jobs that clicks with your background, your skills, and experience. After that, you'll be able to connect with recruiters on the platform. You can video chat. You can, do instant messaging on the platform, as opposed to sending job applications and using other platforms to facilitate this process. So it's a whole integrated solution that allows everything about talent sourcing and talent management to be facilitated within the same system. And of course, it's very easy to hire through this process. Also, some of the differentiation pictures that we integrated to the platform is that the job posting process is intuitive. And this sort of recruiters to start listing some of the job descriptions and qualifications. Our platform captures it at data points. Some of the requirements that recruiters usually post out is captured by a system as data points so that it can help with the facilitating and the job matching process. Secondly, we have insightful analytics that allow recruiters to use the metrics to make better hiring decisions. And we have interview scheduling right on the platform that you can integrate with other video calling like Zoom, Google Meet, and Nwoko handouts. And also it has a talent founder that makes it easier for you to find somebody instantly even without posting a job. You can look out for a talent based on what you're looking for and connect with them instantly on the platform and proceed with all the hiring processes. Our business model, we use two business models, pay-as-you-go posting credits and enterprise models. So what we do here is that we allow recruiters to post jobs based on packs. So you can post 10 jobs, 5 jobs, or 1 job according to any kind of plans that you want. And if you're a big organization that you have a lot of job requirements every month, that you have more needs, more than 10 jobs, you can use the enterprise model by paying some amount per month and be able to post as many jobs as possible and be able to get the talent that you need faster. We go to our market validation. Currently, we have over 300,000 recruiters using our competitive platforms and over 2.5 million talents registered in those platforms, mainly job boards. And the market is so big that the global online recruitment platforms is about $29 billion, and those who are focused on impact recruitment are about $2 billion. And Paxity, our September October market, we are looking to take about 25% share of the September addressable market, which gives us about $540 million. Our go-to-market strategies, currently we started talking with different institutions, colleges, their career service units for Paxity to be integrated into their, one of their career resources so that students, as they're graduating from the school, they can sign up on the platforms and recruiters can directly recruit them from our platform by targeting those institutions. And so many career centers that are focusing on the impact sector. Also, we use offline conferences, so that's the best place we get to meet with these people face to face, and social media channels as well. So on our products, we built in like the product sharing, where if you have a job on the platform, you can share it, and the more you share jobs from our platform, the more we have traffic, and be able to convert those into users or clients. Of course, we do a lot of blogging about careers and how people can land jobs. Those can help us to drive traffic on the platform. Of course, we have so many early adopter communities that we already infiltrated that we're using, like products and optional groups on LinkedIn that we can use to extract some of these talents to patronize our platform. So what's the competition landscape look like? So we have so many competitors, and what we find out from our analysis is that these are mainly job boards, and the cost of using those platforms is very high. And practically, we are looking at a two-sided marketplace that connects these people using AI-powered enablement, and is very cheap and easier to use. So at the fourth quadrant, we find Paxity at the intersection of being an affordable and a more efficient platform to use to recruit talent and to source for talent. Some of the competitive advantage that we have is that the platform, the talents that we have on our platform are verified and well assessed. It's very easy to use. You can find people based on roles, expertise, experience, and more, and location. And it's based on skill-based portfolio that talents can upload some of the work they have done, like video work, actual what they have done in real life to kind of supplement their online profile. You have one-click applications, no more sending resumes or writing lengthy cover letters. Once the job, you are matched with the job, you can be able to apply with a click of a button. And it saves you time and money because you can source and hire 10 times faster when you use platform like Paxity. And of course, you can get invited to apply to a job if a potential recruiter finds you very much competent based on what you have on the platform. Our team so far has an average of 15 years of experience. Myself, I've been working in the social impact sector for the past 7 years, and I'm very much familiar with the landscape. Our head of talent and also a director is someone who has been a talent recruiter for the past 15 years, and she actually managed a staffing firm. And we have a career coach who's also very much into the impact sector. And of course, our CFO who does well to find how we can remain sustainable by looking at how we can make money from the platform. So to date, we've been able to incorporate Paxity. Started last year, and we have a first prototype. After our iterations, have our MVP going on, and we actually have our Stripe payment gateway completed, linked to the bank, so that we can start having clients on board. And so far, we have over 50 active engagements because we did a stealth social media launch that we've not been able to do any form of marketing yet, but people are actually noticing the platform. And we have over 100 people who have pre-signed to use the platform once we launch. And what can $10,000 do for us at this time? So the product is 100% complete, but we need to launch the product to the market. 60% of the money will go into the product launch, and 40% to the marketing side. And from our financial projections, over the next 12 months, if we're able to complete 350 transactions on the platform, we'll be able to land on $250,000 revenue. And by the second year, we should be able to break even. And this is kind of a roadmap for the next 5 years, how many customers we are targeting based on our projections and the plans that we have in place. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that presentation. I know it's a hassle recruiting and finding people and all that stuff, so this is very valuable. So I have a question. Are you familiar with AngelList by any chance?
Yes.
Yes. A lot of the components of what you described are similar, so I'm curious to know what are the key differentiators for you outside of AI and different components of things like that. But how do you see a core difference? Because that's where a lot of technology companies, as you might know, are going to recruit and find people, and there's a matching system and everything like that. So how do you see yourself different?
Yeah, so platforms like AngelList has a focus, mainly technology focused, and mostly like startup companies who are looking to recruit talent. So Paxity is mainly focusing on the social impact sector. Which is something out of the Nwere. And the competitors we have are people who are actually doing one or two things similar in the sector, but are not really efficient with the delivery of the solution they are looking to create. But our major market in the social impact sector, people who are really working to create positive change through their work in their community. And that captures non-profits, social impact organizations, for-profit benefits corporations and stuff like that. So people who have specialized skills in delivering change and bringing about change in their communities. So we are not entirely open to any kind of talent management or talent recruitment.
My question is, have you found there to be sort of a niche within your niche of social impact, or maybe like a specific job type or role that is primed to be your go-to-market or like a good place to start for you?
Yes. Yes. So the people our target market, basically international organizations and talents who are focused on working for these NGOs and social enterprises, and really helping these organizations to achieve their mission. And it's one that has a lot of categories, and some of those categories are something that we have already outlined. So during the sign-up process, there are different tiers and categories you have to identify as a talent, and of which, if we don't fall into those categories, which means you don't belong on the platform, because those recruiters are the ones who are doing this work in their various locations, and they're seeking for talents who are very knowledgeable and have expertise in those areas. So the categories within the social impact sectors have been captured by the platform, and it's one of the things that we're delivering to the recruiters.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, another round of applause, please, for Paxity. Just want to thank you all again for the questions that came for Paxity. He's going to go through those questions and answer them individually for you, so please keep those questions coming. So we're pretty much almost at the end. Just want to make sure the judges have completed their scoring. Kingsley, we good to go? All right, while we wait for Kingsley, there was a question that came in for the judge that I want to ask Crystal. Crystal, what would you say is the most challenging part of developing a startup, both professionally and personally?
That's a good question. I think the most challenging part is the ability to keep going, regardless of adversity or the fact that I think one of the big things in the beginning of my journey was receiving a lot of no's. For example, being part of a competition like this and being a finalist and not making it through, but being able to learn from the things that happen through your journey and being able to continue to persevere. Because at the end of the day, the more times you show up and the more times you actually do what it is that you're called to do and whatever your startup is pursuing, the more you get better at it, the more you learn from those experiences, and the more people that hear about you, if they do not participate or support you today, you would find that later down the line they become the people who do support you when they see you're making traction and you're moving along and you're actually building that thing that you said in the beginning you were going to build. So I think, the challenging part is how do I absorb the no's and the difficult pieces and the hard times and everything like that and continue to persevere and continue to stay in the game is what I say. It's very important to stay in the game. Every day you wake up making one further step in your journey is what will get you to that place that you need to be. So.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. That's good. Thank you to, let me call it, Research Oga for that question. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for that question. So, we're almost at the end. Kingsley, we good?
Very close.
Okay, no worries. One more question for any of the judges. Over the years of your experience in both reviewing your startup and you, Eric, advising startups and similar with you as well, Ogechi, kind of reviewing a lot of startups, what are some of the one or two qualities that you strongly believe a successful startup founder should have?
So in addition to the work that I do, I'm also an entrepreneur. I own a couple of businesses, and it's really a matter of failing forward and not looking at the no's that you receive as a measure of not being successful. So perseverance, tenacity, a high level of confidence and belief in the product or the business that you're looking to bring online is critical to really being successful. But failing forward and understanding exactly what that means.
Failing forward like that. Anything to add?
The one thing I'd add is I find it easier to work with founders who really care about the problem that they're trying to solve. Sometimes you'll come across people who find themselves an opportunity, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes something makes sense financially, but something that both of my two judges next to me have mentioned, there's going to be a lot of failure and a lot of hardship in their process. And when you're in it for financial reasons only, it seems to make it much harder for them to kind of persevere through those moments. And the ones that had like a more personal attachment to it tend to make it to the finish line.
Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. I think we're good. All right, the jury's in. Thank you, Fortune. This looks like an award show. I got this. Got the envelope. This envelope is worth $10,000. Just imagine that. It's pretty amazing. So the way this is going to work is we're going to invite all the finalists back on stage, and we will announce the 4th place winner, the 3rd place winner, and then the overall winner. I just want to remind the finalists that you all have already winners. You guys did a fantastic job. The fact that you put your ideas out there in the world. So all the strangers, this is great. And now the strangers have become family. Some of them are going to be potential customers. Some of them could be potential advisors. So this is great. So you should feel proud of yourselves, because many are called and few are chosen. So with that, I'd like to invite all the finalists back on stage, please. Let's do a round of applause. All right. So, coming in at 4th place is Paxity. Round of applause, please. Thank you so much, Paxity. All right. Coming in 3rd place is Nkowa Okwu. Round of applause, please. It's interesting how the top finalists are about food. Even the judges were hungry too. All right, this is really, really close. This is a game of percentages. This is amazing. You all should be really proud of your accomplishments so far. So, drum roll, please. Drum roll. Coming in at number 2, 2nd place is All I Do Is Cook, which means our winner is GrabGrubGo. Congratulations, GrabGrubGo. Congratulations. Round of applause for them. Thank you. Any speech? You guys have any speech?
Yes.
I have no words. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for believing in our vision. Thank you so much for giving us this contribution so that we can realize it.
Just thank you for the opportunity. One of the things that we generally face within our communities again, especially as a lot of us are Nigerians, the expectation is that you have to be somebody's doctor, somebody's attorney, somebody's nurse. And hey, we operate in all different spaces, whether it's entertainment, whether it's technology. UIU, definitely thank you again, Kingsley, for putting this event together. Because hey, this gives people an opportunity, and hopefully our win inspires somebody else. Wow, thank you all very much.
Thank you. I also want to just emphasize the scoring because it was all percentages. All I Do Is Cook came in at 27.66%, and GrabGrubGo came in at 27.79%. So it's 0.13 of a percentage point. So this is really, really close. So every one of you are really close. That's good. Congratulations. I'll invite Kingsley to bring the big check. Yeah. Yeah. Round of applause, please. Thank you, Fortune. Thank you, Kingsley.
So congratulations, guys. I do want to also recognize Fortune. So Fortune joined UIU this year. He's worked, tremendously hard as a competition coordinator to take a lot of load off of me, and just want to say thank you. And then congratulations, finalists.
Spend the money wisely. I'm looking forward to finding some food trucks.
Yes.
All right, so just as we round out, a few people I'd like to thank. Again, please a round of applause to our judges. Also, thank you to our coaches, Carl Allen and Ikenna. Thank you so much, as well as all our donors and sponsors, Adobe, Anthem Health, Ogechi, Shore Medical, Cure Health, Crystal, Ernest Azina, and Ozii.com. We really appreciate all the donations, and this wouldn't be possible without each and every single one of you. And also, last but not least, I'd like to thank every one of you for your attentiveness. Thank you for supporting. Please give yourself a round of applause. All right. Have a good rest of your evening, everyone.